Why do movies look like movies anymore? Let's go back to 1998 and talk about one of the best looking movies of the 90s, The Parent Trap. What? Yes, that family comedy with Lindsay Lohan, directed by Nancy Meyers. The Parent Trap, and honestly this movie looks amazing. It was shot by Dean Sunday, the same guy who worked on The Thing, Halloween, Jurassic Park, and Apollo 13. If you care about good movies, you need to see this video till the end. Okay, now, one of the reasons I choose this movie is because it shows a big difference compared to similar movies today. These days, films like this often look flat or forgettable. Lately, there's been a lot of talk about how modern movies look. Remember the big drama around Wicked? People said it looked bad, but here's the truth. Every decision in that movie was made by talented professionals. It wasn't a mistake. So still many people complain that modern films look dull. They say, why don't movies look like movies anymore? Why do they look gray and boring? Just look at Parent Trap again. The shadows are deep, the colors are bold, and some scenes even look like paintings. Now I know what you might be thinking. Of course, the movie looks good. Disney is a master cinematographer and it was shot in 35mm film, but I do not think film vs digital is the main reason modern films look worse. Still, there is something about digital cameras that adds to this flat, lifeless look. Let me explain. It's called high dynamic range. When digital cameras were new, they had a small dynamic range. That meant you could easily lose details in bright or dark areas. People called it the video look and they hated it. So camera companies improved the tech. Now digital cameras can capture almost everything. But here's a problem. Just because you can see everything doesn't mean you should. In older movies, even though film was good dynamic range, there was still strong contrast. Shadows were dark, highlights were bright, and windows were often clipped, meaning they were so bright you couldn't see outside. Spielberg still does this today, and it creates a bold and a cinematic look. Take the movie Superbad from 2007. I honestly thought it was shot on film, but no. It was shot on an early digital camera with less dynamic range than an iPhone. Yet it still looks amazing. Why? Because of smart choices. The production design, the costumes, the colors, everything was done with intention. That's the real problem today. It's not about the camera, it's about the lack of intentional choices. With green screens and 2,000 to 3,000 VFX shots in one TV series, it's hard to plan lighting or design. They don't know what the final shot will look like, so they keep things bland and flat. Just light everything evenly and fix it in post, but that makes the image boring. We've lost the contrast. We've lost the commitment. Sometimes it feels like filmmakers are scared to make bold visual decisions. They shoot safe instead of cinematic. Even in YouTube camera reviews, you'll see comments like, the highlight looked digital or too much detail in the shadows, but do we really need to see everything? And I'm starting to believe we're also losing the skills and the taste to make beautiful movies. For example, David Fincher's Seven. I do not think we could make that today, not because of the technology, but because of the style and choices. And yes, Fincher is a pioneer in digital filmmaking. His movie Zodiac still looks better than 90% of films today. But even Seven's remasters are bringing out too much detail, making it lose its original contrast. If you go back to movies from 2010 to 2014, many of them still look great. Films like Drive or The Wolverine used early digital cameras, yet they look artistic and stylish. Technology has improved since then, but creativity has dropped. So now, I'm not saying every movie should look like Dean Sunday's work, but we should aim for that level of thought and care. I understand that low budgets and streaming pressures make things harder, but that's not an excuse to be boring. And realism isn't an excuse either. Real life is full of color, shadow, and beauty. So why do we try to remove all that from our images? Yes, filmmaking is hard, it takes talent, money, teamwork, and a little luck. But in the end, films are made for audiences. And audiences are asking, why do movies look like movies anymore? Thank you for watching. Subscribe to Samga for more videos about movies.